Last night, one of my campmates, one of the women that I've met up with here in Quartzsite, and we've started camping together. I didn't know any of these women before we arrived. So it's a whole bunch of us people who are new here. We're going to WRTR to get, well, sometimes together, sometimes not. But then we get together at the end of the night at the campfire, and we all kind of talk about what we did that day and who we saw and where we went. And one of the ladies mentioned that one of the things that she loves about Quartzsite, and I have to agree with her on this point, is that Quartzsite is a quirky little town. I mean, there is the best way that I can explain it. For example, there is a hardware store in town that also sells liquor and canned goods. There's a beauty parlor in town that has a $5 shower. It's just the oddest little place. There's a cannabis dispensary. Like I said, 50 plus some odd RV parks for snowbirds who decide that living in the desert is more to their liking. And everywhere that you can possibly see to put up a canvas tent and sell something, there's somebody selling something out of a canvas tent. There are entire areas that are cordoned off with like chain link fence, and you can go in and you can drive by all of these little tents, and there's at least a firewood dealer at one, there's a produce dealer at another one, there's a whole different produce guy set up on a corner here in town. Where I'm heading to right now is an area called Tyson Wells. Tyson's Well was a location here in town at one point in time. I'll have to research that, but Tyson Wells is now a marketplace, and we're heading over there right now. They have a game store. Now, you know I'm all about the game store, so sorry about the lighting abrupt change there. So I'm going to head on over to the Tyson Wells game store and take a look at that, and we'll show you guys a couple of photographs from the Tyson Wells game store, and we'll see how the day goes from there. I don't know. There might be other quirky places in town I want to stop and check out. I'm trying to think of some of the Stagecoach motel and restaurant that serves only Chinese food. So it's just an odd little place, and I am having a lot of fun with how odd this joint is. Alright, I gotta pay attention so I go to the right department now. Alright, but I think this right here is the Tyson Wells. Yep, this is the Tyson Wells Market. So as soon as I find the game store, we'll show you guys the photos. So here's an example of a couple of the booths here at the Tyson Wells Market. We got this guy here selling these cute metal sculptures. We got these folks over here selling all manner of things, including dead deer you can hang on your wall and all kinds of camping related stuff. One of the booths that I looked into had some wheelchairs, and they were asking way more than I'm ever going to be willing to pay for one. But check these cute little guys out down front. Go off. There's some cuteness. He's got a couple of plants here. It's all made out of metal. Super gorgeous. These folks over here have got what looks like maybe some army surplus. Some cake stands. So yeah, you just never know what you're going to find out here. But we're heading across the street. And across the street to that building right there, and I believe that is where the games are. So let's go check it out. Well, folks, it's possible we might have come to the right place. If nothing else, they got a whole collection of jigsaw puzzles. Let's see what's inside. Yep, looks like this is what we're looking for. Definitely a game store. Let's see what else here. For a 2,000-person town, the Tyson Wells game store is incredibly well stocked. You had a wall full of dice, a wall full of playing cards and collectible card games, and card sleeves. Another area full of classic games like Yahtzee and Uno, and then we move into the more collectible games, the Euro games. You've got your Warhammer minifigs. Actually, that wasn't Warhammer, but minifigs. The Wall of Catan and Agricola and Ticket to Ride, and I don't know what this system is, but all of the Dominion that you could possibly want. And more Euro games. um, and more Euro games. And the aisles here are maybe one person wide, so you can see that they have crammed absolutely as much into the space as they possibly can. And you got some Uno and some Rook, and so many other. I'm certain my gamers will recognize, oh, this whole table full of Opoly, every kind of Monopoly you could want, lots of kid games. So I did find out while we were there that this shop, the Tyson Wells Game Store, also hosts a game night on the Tyson Wells property in a hangar, a warehouse hangar, um, on Thursday nights at from 5 to 9 p.m. So shout out to Sarah, who was the employee that I spoke with and invited me and my crowd of gamers that I'm amassing at the RTR over to the Tyson Wells property for the 5 to 9 p.m. game night. They keep it in the office of that warehouse hangar because the warehouse is not heated, but the office is. And like I said, it gets cold in the desert at night. But we packed that room. They normally have like 5 to 7 people. We doubled that, I think. And I've got 2 more interested in coming next week. So at least during the times that I'm out here, we're always going to have the gamers at the game store. So yeah, had a really good time playing board games out in Quartzsite. Yeah.